Hi Taurus, welcome to today's reading. Pick a comfy spot, grab a nice warm drink, and let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Today we're going to be doing a future self spread. So we're going to pull 5 different piles. Who are you now? Who will you be in the future? Something you need to spend less energy on. Something you need to spend more energy on. And what does your future self want you to know? I'm going to use 3 different decks for this spread. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle deck, the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, and then the Pocket Modern Witch Tarot. Then at the end, we will pull a self-care card and a mantra card for you for the week. So let's get into this. Taurus, who are you now? Rest and rejuvenation. So are you resting? Are you rejuvenating? Because it looks like it. So you are taking some time for yourself right now. I think a lot of people are kind of slowing down gears just because of the time, well, in the northern hemisphere anyways. Because it's fall, it's getting into winter. So, people are hunkering down for the winter, right? But it looks like you are taking some time for yourself. So that's pretty cool. So who will you be in the future? Patience. I love this. This is basically like the Temperance card, right? So you're going to have a lot of patience. Hopefully you'll have a lot of patience, but you won't need a lot of patience. Oh my goodness. All right, something you need to spend less energy on. Financial constraints. So probably worrying about that because lack mindset, just draws in more lack, right? So you need to spend less time worrying about money and more time resting and rejuvenating. Okay, something you should spend more energy on. 4th chakra. Okay, that's very important. So your 4th chakra is your heart chakra for people who don't know chakras, and is arguably, I believe, the most important chakra. It needs to be open and flowing and healed, and it needs to be, open. If it's closed, then you just don't attract a lot of good things into your life. You feel very scared all the time, very anxious all the time, depressed. So something you need to spend more energy on is your 4th chakra. You don't need to run out and learn everything there is to learn about chakras. I can give you a couple quick pointers, but if you want to read up on it, they're very simple. The 7 main chakras, super simple. Obviously, the 4th chakra, the heart chakra, governs things like love, self-love, acceptance, joy, abundance, things like that. So there are tons of simple, some of them are 2.5 minutes. Some of them can go up to an hour and a half. But there are tons and tons on YouTube, heart chakra opening meditations. And there's a bunch that are 5 or 10 minutes. Throw one of those on right as you're falling asleep, or just when you have 5 or 10 minutes throughout the day. You know what I mean? Okay, last one. What does your future self want you to know? Indecision. They want you to know that the more you don't make choices for yourself, the more you'll kind of be stuck. Okay? You're going to have to make a choice here. in the future. That's what your self wants you to know. So let's see if we can get you figure out what this decision will be and maybe some advice on how to handle that. Okay, so for rest and rejuvenation, for who are you now, you're getting the Eight of Swords. Oh, okay. It's called the Eight of Air in this deck. It says here on the bottom, self-doubt, confusion, and free will. So I think you are taking some time to yourself, but it might not be for all. Like, of course, it's going to be for the right reasons, but I think that what triggered this resting stage for you is a lot of overthinking. Okay, this is kind of starting to come together, yeah. It's a lot of overthinking that has kind of triggered this rest and rejuvenation for you. And the free will on this card is definitely connected to the indecision. So I think that you know that you eventually have to make some kind of decision. It looks like it's not an immediate decision. It looks like something that you know will come up in the future. But you're worried about it right now. So for patience, we got renewal, which is, I believe in this deck, renewal is judgment. Yeah, it's judgment. Reflection, self-evaluation, rebirth. So who will you be in the future? Well, I like that it says rebirth. I think that you're going to be someone in the future who is capable, who is capable. Through the resting stage, you're going to become somebody that is capable of making the decisions. Okay? So don't worry so much. It's so funny. Like, everybody always says that to everybody. Like, don't worry so much about this. No matter how much you worry about it, it's not going to change the outcome. But yet we all still sit around and worry. And I think that like, the more self-aware we become, the more we kind of tend to focus inward. And that is absolutely great. That's absolutely amazing. But sometimes we have to remember that we can't spend our entire lives looking inward. We have to live in the moment as well and interact with all the other, like, souls around us. That's also what we came here to do, right? So don't forget that. So for the financial constraints, the Six of Pentacles. It's called the Six of Earth in this deck. So charity, generosity, windfall. So this is something you need to spend less energy on, remember? So don't worry. Like I said before, don't worry about the financial constraints. Like, people, like, I mean, unless you were born with a trust fund or some crazy, I don't know, you're a Rockefeller or something. You're always going to have ups and downs in life. Or sometimes you're going to be up financially. Sometimes you're going to be down. The more you worry about being down, or like when you are there, the more you worry about it, the less you're going to attract abundance. Because, yeah, like, lack attracts lack. Like energy attracts like energy. So, you just continue to tell yourself, I always have more than I need. I always have more money than I need. And that'll help balance the scales in your favor, okay? So for the fourth chakra, which is something you should spend more energy on, the Dreamer, which I believe is the card in this deck for the Fool. Yeah, beginning, believing, protected. So I think that once you do a little bit of this fourth chakra healing and opening, it's going to bring in more opportunities for you that'll lead you to like something new. Maybe that'll help, with the financial constraints. Maybe that'll help with the overthinking. Maybe that'll help with the indecision. But something new is going to come here once you work on opening and healing and, really paying attention to your fourth chakra. Okay. So for the indecision, we have the Knight of Cups, romantic, emotional, dramatic. Ooh, so maybe we're going to have a drama king or queen on our hands. And this is the what does your future self want you to know? So there's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make surrounding either a romantic relationship or an emotional relationship. So either like you're like a romantic partner or a friend. I don't see this being work, but it could be for some people. Maybe you're close with some of the people that you work with. But you're going to have to make a decision about who you kind of are taking with you into the next stage of your life. And not everybody is meant to be with us for our entire journey. And that's okay. And I think that people are just, scared of losing people. But like, just like money comes and goes, people also come and go. You know what I mean? So if someone is not aligning with where you're going in your life, don't be afraid to take a step back. Sometimes they end up following suit and sometimes they don't. And then you kind of know, whether they're meant to stay for a little while longer or not. So we're going to pull 3 cards for each to kind of try and get a little bit deeper into each of these messages, okay? So for the rest and rejuvenation and the 8 of Swords. Okay, yeah. So I think that for a while, you've had, your intuition has been telling you that something needs to change in order for you to move on to the next point in your life. Whether this is financially or in a relationship or with a friendship or with a family member or whatever, with a, following a passion or whatever it is, it's going to be different for everybody. But I think that your intuition has been telling you for a while now that something does need to change in order for you to be happy. Kind of getting the vibe here that maybe the people around you are happy, but you're not so happy. And that can happen when we are giving too much and we are around people who take too much. And that's a really tough place to be. Some people are, like energy givers, over givers. Some people are energy takers and some people are energy exchangers. We want to be an energetic exchanger, right? We want to be able to give and take equally with all the people in our lives. That's how relationships stay good, stay healthy, stay, on the right track. But when the people in your life are taking too much and you're giving too much, then something's got to give. And I think that you're kind of taking a step back at this point and trying to figure out what you can do to kind of balance the scales in your favor and get things back on track as far as being happy and having your cups filled as well as everyone else's, right? Okay, so patience and renewal / judgment for the what will you be, or the who will you be in the future. So we've got Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, and Queen of Cups. So this is who you're going to be in the future. Think that you're going to have a little bit more patience with yourself. You're going to be a little bit more kind to yourself. And you're going to realize that where you're going, not everybody can come with you. Okay? You're going to be better off when it comes to where you put your time and energy and emotions as far as relationships go, and you're going to be better off with sticking up for yourself, following your intuition and following your passions. Okay? It's growth never comes without change. And even when change is for the good, it can still feel like the Three of Swords. And that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up, is that when we have to move from one stage of our lives to the other, right? Like not everyone can come with us. Not everything can come with us. We are not the same people that we used to be. And that causes discomfort. But that's part of the human experience. That is why we're here. We're not here just to you can't go through, it's impossible. You can't have a high without a low. If you were just high at the top all the time, you wouldn't feel it, because that is your baseline. Without the highs and the lows, we can't experience all that this life has to offer and everything that we came here to experience. So I wouldn't be scared of the Three of Swords coming out here in what you will be in the future. I don't see this as a negative at all. I just think that changes are going to happen within you for the absolute betterment of your life. It's just that changes can be uncomfortable sometimes, right? So for financial constraints, Six of Earth, and that was something you need to spend less energy on. So remember, we're not worrying too much about how much money we have or don't have, or how much money we're going to have or not going to have. You know, you always made it. Like, if you're here watching this reading every single day of your life so far, you've made it. You'll probably make it the rest of the days of your life. So don't worry so much about the physical stuff. And like I said before, like lack attracts lack, right? Let's see if we can find out more about this. Okay. So when we feel lack in one area of our life, so say we feel lack in the relationship aspect of our lives, so emotionally we feel lack, sometimes that can spill over into the physical. Because like I said, and I can't say it enough, like energy attracts like energy. Lack mindset attracts lack. Abundance mindset attracts abundance. And like, even though you have to experience the lows, you have to make sure that you keep that separated from, like emotionally experiencing the lows. You have to keep that separated from your day-to-day baseline of how you feel about how your life is going. Because if one bad thing happens and you're like, oh, this is terrible, and say it's a breakup, like I'm never going to find anybody again, or like, you lose a bunch of money. You're like, oh, how am I going to make up that money? It's going to spill over. That lack energy is going to spill over into the other areas of your life, and then it just snowballs and gets worse. So we're not going to do that. We're going to allow ourselves to feel the lows without letting it impact our entire lives. Okay. Okay. So for something you should spend more energy on, the fourth chakra and the Fool, remember? So we're going to work on opening up our heart chakra, and that is going to lead us to a new opportunity. Okay, a new cycle in our lives. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to lead you to it's going to balance out. So it's funny, the Six of Pentacles is here and the Six of Pentacles is here. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. So like I said, once we get this balanced, okay, it's the universe is going to pop in. The Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor. It's going to pop in, and then this is going to show up. So for some of you, this is the King of Cups. For some of you, this is going to be the person that you've been searching for. And for others, this is if you already have that and you're not worried about that, and this is like a financial thing or a friendship thing or whatever else it is to you, it's another kind of emotional fulfillment that is more mature. It's more on the level of where you're going. Like we're leaving things behind in our lives that no longer serve us, and we're moving towards things that are more mature, more our speed. Okay. All right, last one for what does your future self want you to know with the indecision and the Knight of Water. So you're going to have to make a decision. If this does have to do with relationships for you personally, you will have to make a decision. Oh, I see what this is. Okay. The Knight of Cups is going to show up. The universe is going to test you because the Knight of Cups is going to show up before the King of Cups does. And you're going to think, wow, this is great. Because, the Knight of Cups is not a bad energy, right? It's a good energy. But at the end of the day, it's a knight. It's not a king. What you're looking for is the King of Cups energy, a much more progressed and mature emotional energy. Okay? If you're doing the work to get yourself to the next place in your life, you need somebody who matches that energy. You can't then be with somebody, like if you are Queen of Cups energy, you're not, which you are down here, you're not going to vibe with Knight of Cups energy. You're going to want King of Cups energy. Okay? So let's see what these last few cards have to say about this. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, I absolutely love this. Excuse me. So we got the Tower of the World and the Ace of Pentacles. So, yes, the universe is absolutely going to test you. This Knight of Water is going to show up, and you're going to have to, like, even though you're wanting this and it looks good on the surface, you need the king. Okay, you need to hold out for the king. So that's going to be the Tower. That's when things are really going to shift for you energetically. When the universe presents something to you that is like almost good enough, but not quite, and you say, no, I deserve only the best. because I put the time and energy into myself and healing and progressing and growing and learning, and I deserve somebody on the same level as me, or whatever it is, on the same level as me. Once you do that, the universe is going to go, okay, this cycle has been completed, and now it's time for the new cycle. And then that's going to show up for you. That person, that job, that friendship, that whatever this is for you. For a lot of you, this is a person, but it can be different things for different people. But as soon as you kind of pass the universe test and you show the universe that you deserve the absolute best, the universe will deliver the absolute best to you. Okay? Okay, that's what I have for you for the spread. So before we go, we are going to pull a self-care card and then a mantra card. The self-care card is something you can do this week to take care of yourself, to show yourself a little bit of love. Okay, let's see what Taurus can do for self-care this week. Oh, my Lanta. Oh my goodness, I have never pulled this card before. Okay, well, I mean, I gotta kind of give you what it is. You have the sex card. I think that is pretty self-explanatory. It is a very important part of life. It's not something that I would typically talk about here, but it is definitely a very important part of our lives. So whether this is with your partner or with someone who's not your partner, or sorry, whether you have a partner or don't have a partner, I'm getting all flustered. Whether you have a partner or don't have a partner, whether it's with somebody or by yourself, maybe do a little bit of this. That'll help you with confidence and feeling good about yourself and giving you confidence to make good decisions in your life, okay? Ooh, okay. I've never gotten that card before. So enjoy that. Okay, let's pull a mantra for the week. Something that you can remind yourself of to keep yourself going, to keep yourself on the right track, okay? If a sex card pops out of here, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. What's Taurus's mantra for this week? Okay. So we got a little message here, and then the mantra is on the back. So the message is, the strongest principle of growth lies in the human choice. And your mantra is, I take ownership of my own life. I absolutely love this. I think that as long as you, take some time out for yourself and really take a step back, you're going to see what, and don't forget the heart chakra. Okay, do a little Googling, maybe watch some YouTube videos, or, do some work on opening the heart chakra. So as long as you, you take care of yourself, you'll be able to make good choices. Okay, and you're more than capable of that. Okay. Well, that's everything that I have for you today. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.